All right, here we go. So we're live. Hello, Maree. Hello, Jazzy. How are you doing? How's everybody doing on the chat? Thank you for being here with us. I'm not sure if I'm going to stay on track here on our topic because I'm so dying. I don't want to concentrate on the 3D, but I'm sorry. I'm just my curiosity is killing the cat.
Ah, funny. And
So
Lisa, I'm not sure how everyone else is seeing you, but I know you're a little bit blurry and sometimes a little bit out of sync with your words. So, but it's okay. We can hear you and see you. Okay. So, but
okay,
if anything happens, you have to go off or you get cut off, I'll just do a reading
yeah.
for someone. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna leave it alone because I think it will
Leave it
make it
alone.
worse.
And if something
Yeah.
happens, it happens.
Yeah. So it happens is it all the time or just every once in a while?
It's happening at the moment. So, but it's okay. We can hear you, just not in
Okay.
sync.
I
And
know,
if
it's
it's
just
just
annoying.
me, let me know. If I'm the only one that's experiencing that with Elisa, let me know. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Let us know. So, lots going on out there. Lots going on. And I'm seeing hi Dennis, hi Joyce. I'm seeing a lot of things going on with Mexico.
Okay.
And I'm wondering, okay, so I'm blurry. Uh, should I um should I reboot while you
If you want to, yeah, and just see if we can. If you come back clearer, fantastic. And if you don't, then we'll
okay.
just deal. Okay. So
Okay.
you go back
All right.
to the boot. Do you want me to
Okay.
do a little reading for someone, or just wait?
No, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So if you'd like a little reading, just like put an eight in the comments, and we will. I can just do a little reading. You know how it works. I tune into your higher self and just see if there's any clarity that you need. So yeah. So pop an 8 in the chat if you'd like a reading, and it might not be long enough time. So oh, Christine's first up. Christine, I'm going to do you. Hello, gorgeous. So, and you know that if I'm doing this for Christine, there's also an aspect for everyone else in there as well. So let's have a little look and see. So, Christine, I'm just going to tune in through my heart, through my higher self, to your higher self. Wow. Okay. So I automatically then start to see what's happening within your chakra system. Wow. Within your etheric field. So I'm just going to pull some cards because I'm already getting something. And and I use these as literally a tool to just express physically what it is I'm seeing. So yeah. Okay. All right. Beautiful. I love it. This is amazing. So when I first tuned into you, Christine, I could see that your whole third eye crown chakra has just opened up, and it's like you're able now to receive this real beautiful this connection into source, and it's like you're feeling this freedom for the first time in ages. And because what I got first up was the Five of Swords. So to me, the Five of Swords is around when in our mental plane, we're always asking questions. We're not sure if we're right. We know we want change. And so that's been like the past for you. Then there's a plan that was an action that you actually took action with, but the plan was there from your higher self is what I'm getting. So notice these are all swords, which is the plan, the mind, the mental plan. And then you've got the Six of Swords, which is moving into much calmer water. See how it's a little bit rough here, but the Six of Swords, it's like the mental plane is moving into calmer water. So you actually can tap into your, how can I say it, your light body field. And it's almost like you get little downloads or wisdom. So this is perfect. So it doesn't matter how long it's taken. You've really opened up. So just trust yourself more now. That's what I'm getting for you, Christine. So it's beautiful, great place. The work you've been doing has really opened you up. So that was for Christine.
Yay.
So, yeah,
Great.
yeah. So that was
Okay.
beautiful.
Am I any better? The computer's acting kind of funky, so I doubt it.
No, okay, let's just leave you as you are. You can be our blurry Elisa today. It's all good.
Okay, I'm good with that. Um, it's the McAfee looking for stuff. Um,
Oh,
anyway, so what I was trying to tell you is that um, there's so much going on that I'm really curious why it's happening. I don't know if you know. Thank you, Christine, for the feedback for Maree.
yes.
We appreciate that. So, so the um, the stuff that's happening in Mexico, have you seen it?
Not at all. Not one bit. I have not even seen anything. What's happening?
So I haven't, it wasn't that I saw the news or anything like that. It's like people commenting or videos that are popping up of um, supposedly the cartel and the government are fighting in Puerto Vallarta, and everybody they've closed the airport.
Mm,
There's fires all over the place. There's cars on fires. There's homes on fire. All the people in the embassy were told to hunker down, close everything. All the tourists are stuck in place. I mean, just a horrific scene, really, because they closed the airport. And just when I was getting on, I saw on Facebook that now they were attacking Guadalajara airport. So I'm wondering if this is really the the white hats cracking, like really going after the cartel, or does it have to do with silver? Because this has stopped silver shipment from Mexico.
how interesting. Of course it has. It's
Yeah.
wow.
So, and usually, I don't care about this stuff, but now I'm like, oh, like I want to know the mystery. Like, what is it really about? I
What
mean,
is
and I don't
going
mean to
on?
smile or laugh about people going through this because at the end of the day, there's going to be casualties in order for some of us to ascend, right? In order for us to get to the place where we need to go, some souls gave up said, okay, yes, I will
Yeah,
sacrifice,
they've
and I,
chosen.
right? So, so it's just part of the movie,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
So, what do you want your first question to be?
So, is what's going on in Mexico, specifically Puerto Vallarta,
Is that like the main
and the crack?
city? Is that like the main
Uh,
city like where the cartel sort of deposit, or is
I'm
there
not
like?
sure. I'm not
Mm,
sure. I'm not sure. Yeah. So is it really the government cracking down on the cartel, or does it have anything to do with silver?
let's do that first question. Yeah, this is orchestrated. It's actually what I'm getting intuitively as well, is it's to actually bring out the it's to sort of, it's like getting the rats out from the sewer. And it's so because the Empress is about creating a scenario. So it's both, but it's actually, yeah, getting the rats out from the sewer. Six of Pentacles. So this is actually an offering. I feel this is really showing people this is what's actually been going on down in the depths of the of Mexico, of everywhere really. But it's a little bit like Italy with the mafia there, that sort of thing. It's the same thing. I feel it's flushing out these rats. That's the image I kept seeing.
Oh,
So,
wow.
because a lot of people didn't realize how deep, and they just had no idea. With this Eight of Swords, people really didn't understand how much what they were doing. And
Okay.
okay, what I'm also getting is that it's actually flushing out the top guys with this as well. Oh my God, the moon. So this is when something's really out of place. So you might never ever suspect that they might be a part of this link or in this whole system. It's flushing them out is what I'm getting as well with it.
You mean the government, like the Mexican government,
I feel
or
they're acting like the puppet for this situation. So yeah, they're just not, yeah. So they're almost like they're being used as a puppet in the scenario to
actually
flush.
there was some commentary made about how the government has not done a thing.
Yeah.
So people, unfortunately, it's a really bad situation because they're running out of food. They're running out of food and nobody's coming to help them.
Yeah. So this is Ace of Pentacles. So this is waking them up. It's like we have to have people really at that point of, all right, we don't care, just help us, bring something in to help
Yes.
change, is what
Yes.
I'm getting with this. I'm seeing like it's almost like it's almost like this had to happen. So, to really bring those rats out and to let people see how influential they've been and how just corrupt the whole thing is, and to allow them to let help come in. So
Okay, so I'll play devil's advocate because I saw someone who posted this, so it goes right to what you're saying, that they're doing this so people give up their rights so that the government has more power.
right,
Like where
okay,
government, when people get to a point where the fear and the need is so strong that they're willing to give up their rights to the government as long as they're taken care of and food is provided. So is it that? I mean, I don't think so,
yeah.
but this is what this person was like, oh my God, they're doing this on purpose so that they bring the government is the savior and then blah, 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 blah. And
No,
I'm like,
I don't feel that this is a plan that's been there for a long time. The Seven of Pentacles. I really do. I've always seen like Mexico, Canada being an aspect of the US, and I feel that this is like a cleanup. It's like a cleanup in a way, and the government is simply a pawn in this bigger, bigger, bigger picture. That's all I'm getting. Yeah, and there's going to be a lot more questions asked. That Two of Pentacles is like, okay, let's have a look at this. What's really going on here? So there's more to this, I think, than we could even see. Um, yeah, just got a yes on that. So there's more that's going to happen with this, and I feel this is like having people realize, look, you know what, if the US offer this support, and do you want to be tied in to the US as a as part of the US, they'll be going, oh my God, yes, please, please, please. I feel this is like helping people to see it from a different level. I don't know. That's just
okay,
what my intuition is saying as well.
okay. So is it the same? Is it the same? Oh, so did the cartel actually do anything, or is this just a movie by the white hats just to make people wake up? Or is the
Oh,
cartel really fighting back? Is the cartel really fighting back?
what I'm getting, okay, I know what I'm getting intuitively here. So, and I'd be interested to see what anyone else is getting. Honestly, I love it when people put up what they get intuitively, and it might be different, and it doesn't matter. It's okay. Oh my goodness. I'm going to see if the cards can give me a picture to show you what I'm getting intuitively before I say it. I love that if there's like a confirmation. Okay. Yeah. This is so funny. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. All right. I'm going to tell you what I got in a second. I just want one more card. Where is it? Oh, okay. You. Doesn't matter. Yeah. There's infiltrators within the cartel. They've actually got really good, strong holds. So they've put out the word because it's part of the plan. We've got our Emperor card, put out the word that come out, we've got to do this, we're doing this. And so this is the rat flushing that I was talking about. Five of Pentacles. So it's bringing them out into the cold so that there can be change. Honestly, you can't make this stuff up. I definitely was getting that. I was going, oh my God, there's some infiltrators in high places. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
So,
it's
okay, so it
actually,
is the cartel fighting back. It is actually the cartel fighting back.
but
Okay.
because it's part of the plan. So the ones that are in that power now can go, right, we've got to get it, we've got to come in and do this. It's almost, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're being tricked from the inside.
Oh, so they're convincing the cartel people to come out and fight.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
Wow.
I mean, because you've got to get rid of even the small aspects of it, don't you?
Yeah,
And they
absolutely.
have to have done something. Remember, this is actually this. I'm just remembering this now. This has always been said. They have to have done something to be found guilty. So this is actually an opportunity for them to be got to for everyone for the team to go right. There you go. They've already done it. Now we can do this legally.
Yeah, playing the players. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So, and
Yeah.
mutiny, exactly. I actually got as well, Carly. I got that there's factions within this whole bigger picture that are actually against each other. And I'm glad you said that because I was getting that there's things going on as well within that rat situation. I know. So it's bigger than we
Yeah.
know, but it is. It's going to help to finish it. Ten of
Oh, that's
Swords.
wonderful. That's
But it's not.
wonderful.
It's going to be messy because they have to have been caught in the act of doing things, and
Right.
there has to
It's
be
people are
chaos.
going to die, unfortunately.
I know, and it's been happening for how many thousands of years anyway?
Right. So instead of hundreds dying, a couple die. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Yeah, 10. I
it's
love this card. 10 of
yes,
Cups. So there's going to be something that from this, something will actually be settled at a very deep level. Mm.
yes. Okay, okay. Because like I said, the right before I got on, I saw that they did it at a different airport in Guadalajara. So is this going to happen all around Mexico? Can you ask?
Yeah, can I ask and just see how long
Or
it
is it
needs to
just
go
gonna
for?
or this small area will do the job?
Yeah, exactly. Let's just have a look and see what the cards say with that. Yeah, interesting what I'm getting. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like there could be another one or two and sort of just spreads a little more. So it's almost like more people see it and get impacted by it in a way. Um, yeah. So because you have to have that, this is the Chariot is about you can only move forward once there's balance. So there has to be more, almost more impact coming through. Yes, strength. Look at that. Cards come up again. So it'll be set up as to exactly where it's needed for exactly the right amount of area or people or it's almost like a wake up call, like a consciousness, but it's a wake up call.
Okay. Okay.
That's just what I'm
Um,
getting. Mm,
yeah, that's beautiful. And the other thing that since we're in the 3D now, I'm gonna ask because I wasn't gonna ask because I wasn't gonna do 3D, but um the other thing I wanted to ask about was that Trump wrote an executive order that glyphosate was supposed to be a security. It was of high importance because of for security reasons for the country, and let's see if I can find it here because I wanted to read it.
mm.
Um, yeah, so let's see. Executive order titled Promoting the National Defense by Ensuring an Adequate Supply of Elemental Phosphorus and Glyphosate Based Herbicides. And this also takes them away from being liable. So, this executive order also um, saves them from being liable.
Saves who? The government or the company
The company, they can't be sued.
for the glyphosate? How interesting.
Yes. So now I saw RFK Jr. saying, well, of course, that goes against what RFK Jr. had said. So now he's backtracking And now he's like, oh, well, but you got to understand that right now, if we take that out, we're going to crash the farming system because all the crops will die and blah, 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 blah. And so now they're using this excuse, which is possible. That's why I want to do the cards. Maybe he's right. Maybe it will crash the farm industry because the plants will die. Like they're without a pesticide, the pests are gonna have fun, you know? So, what's my first question? Um, what can the cards tell us about this being
Mm,
made like keeping this in the system right now? Why? Like that's all. It's just making him look really bad.
absolutely. Okay,
Especially
there's
after RFK Jr. already said he wanted it gone. So it's like, what's the backtracking happening here?
something else going on. Yeah, this is not the full story because this is my Furphy card. This is the Page of Swords. It's only a small aspect in reality to what's actually going on. So it's not quite the truth. There's something bigger going on. I was getting that behind this. So
That's what I felt too, but I couldn't get my finger on. Like I just knew it was the big, but
there's definitely something bigger going on here. And because it's a cup, it's actually an emotional aspect. I mean, look at us all going, we don't want that crap. We don't want that on our grass, in our food. I mean, I've read so many clinical studies, and they've said that lost animals like dogs and that, and they have a higher chance of having sarcomas through their central nervous system because they're around this glyphosate. And I've seen it happen to a dog that I actually fostered and a friend adopted. And it's so I mean, yeah, it's interesting. Okay, I'm just getting something. There's a reason I told that story because I've actually rung and emailed our council, and they take they still use glyphosate in spraying when they do all around the water areas, the parks, everything. And so I was really cranky, and I went, no, I've got to do something about this. And they said we follow state. And when I asked at the state level, they said they had not reviewed it since 2016 when all the new clinical studies had come out showing it actually did have a cause cancer. So they just haven't reviewed it because they know if they do, they'll have to change it. And I'm getting that there's a lot of this that goes around with this product and a lot of, the thing. So this is smoke and mirrors because the magician card just came up. There's something else going on with this that's bigger.
God, how do we get to the bottom of it?
Yeah.
What can I ask that would give us more information?
Yeah. Yeah. I know. There's something I feel again. Oh, that one wanted to cut those. No, that's too many. Again, I feel it's almost like I don't know. There's some deals that they want to actually be able to get them to do so that there's guilt, so that it comes out. So it's really interesting. There's more to it. I don't know what it is fully, and I don't know that we're going to get that.
Yeah.
There's a contract in place for some
Oh my
reason because that's very
God.
important. Yeah, that was underneath the Fool, which is a new way of doing things. So it's almost like this, and again, this one's come up. So if there's something there we're not meant to know, I feel it's going to cause a huge shift
Are
in
they
what it,
going to stop, even though they're going to keep it for defense type stuff?
mm,
Are they going to stop putting it on our farms? Are they going to stop behind the scenes? Like,
yeah.
are they going
I'm
to
going
at least stop using it?
interesting. And 77 Wild, Tom, that's really interesting that production moved from China back to like the US. I'm wondering, I don't know, I wonder if there's going to be some sort of restriction on it once it's here and it's manufactured or in the US and manufactured. Yeah, I just know there's something bigger. Let's just see if we can get any more clarity around that. I think it's to piss people off too. Like again, yeah, look at this secret. There's something really secret. It's the high priestess. I don't know what it is. There's definitely something else here. It's like a step in a play that's happening.
Mm.
There's something bigger.
What
For
if
Kay to do that, there's definitely something else going on.
what if they are doing it so that they have power over it? In other words,
Yeah,
so that they can now own it, the US owns it and therefore can change the formula or
that's exactly what I was getting. That's
yeah,
exactly what I was getting, was that. So, yeah, look at that. The Ten of Pentacles has come up. This is the abundance card. This is the really positive things happen in real life. And we don't know legally what they need to do. They know what they need to do.
yeah,
So, yeah,
so
I wouldn't get too worried about this, because I feel that it's going to, yeah, it's going to make it different to what it's been before. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
I don't
think
know.
we're all
That's what I'm
thinking we're all having the same idea here.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, and look at this. We just got a confirmation. I just split the deck and that one was there, the Ace of Swords. So don't stress about this. I feel it's a step in a process. So yeah, we'll just watch that space and just see how the story plays out and what happens with it in actuality.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, yeah. That just was kind of the idea that came to
yep,
me was that
yep.
they were trying to control it so they can't somehow restitution for the farmers or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see what
exactly.
what will
Yeah, I
happen.
think this one is just about, don't get too worried, because there's a bigger picture behind this.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well that's good. Um okay. So the next thing I was going to talk about, which now we can move to the 5D if you guys are good there. Um,
Do you want to
yeah.
come back up level with me?
Yeah,
You're
we
much
go.
clearer now. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I can't find it. Let me see. Hold on. So we're talking about um, the tools to stay in 5D and um, okay, hold on. I can't find it.
Oh no, this one often slips away, doesn't it? How fascinating. So our tools of 5D, can you use your intuition and ask for some help for it to pop up for you?
Yeah, it's not under limiting beliefs. Um, no, because it gives me the previous 30 days. And
So
oh, I think what had happened was it was on my deleted. Remember, I looked at the deleted files and it was there,
yeah,
which I thought that was kind of weird. But
embracing your journey. Thank you. I've been doing a lot of work over this last week energetically. So thanks for that. Mm.
all right. Well, anyway, I have the book right here.
Let's just go to that book.
Yeah. So tools for staying in 5D. So what do you do, Maree, when you see yourself getting pulled into the 3D, when you see yourself getting pulled down into that um
Yeah, well, what I feel is I can be a part of the 3D,
Oh, here
but
it
see
is.
it from a different perspective. So I always look at where's my perspective coming from with this. And if something triggers me, I go, oh, okay, there's something there I need to look at.
Yeah.
So I take responsibility. You found it?
Yeah, change your perception, which
Oh,
is
okay.
what you just said.
So, and I haven't read this
Mm.
book, by the way. So,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, so
yeah.
So
Keep
Carla's
going,
right.
keep
And I
going.
stay in observer state. So it's like watching it and then almost like watching myself to see how I'm responding. And if something's coming up, then I know that I have to take some time out to go in and have a look. And this is how I feel I can actually grow more is by doing that. So I take time out. I go, oh, okay, I was getting really angry. What's going on? And then I had this sore neck. I was talking about this last week. It was horrendous. I never get this sort of thing. But what came from that was my soul wanted to be able to experience power in a way and without it being overwhelming or me not actually experiencing it. So the work that I did, Kai and I did a lot of work with this. It was huge. And by the end of the session, I could actually turn my head again. I could hardly move my head. And it was anger that had been caught in that atlas point, because that's like the smallest aspect of that, the chakra system going up through that spine. It was amazing. And it was just an aha moment. And I did work with the soul, and I was so angry. I was screaming in the car after I went to the osteo to get some relief from it. And I was going, oh my God, I didn't even know this was all in there. But it was a learning. And I was like, oh, I've got it now. Unbelievable. So I was quite happy to be in what we might call 3D with this sore neck and this and that, because I knew I was going to get a great gift out of it. But it was really painful, and it was really deep, hard work that I went in and did. It was so
Yeah,
simple once I got it. So
yeah,
that's what
yeah,
I do. I actually take responsibility. I let myself feel it. I let my emotions flow. Um, and then I go in and I ask questions and I connect into my divine wisdom.
yeah, yeah. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Um, that's huge, I think, to be the observer,
Mm.
especially when you're in pain, because in at the end of the day, I always come back to love and realizing, oh, why do I always forget? It's all about being and seeing things from a state of love. So another way that you can do that is either be an observer or go into the heart space and look at it from the heart space. And where is this coming from? And how can you give it love? Like, how can you give this love? Um, because love always wins. Love always, is going to be what I feel takes you out of the space of pain, you know?
Well, I had
And
to work 2 of those days as well, and I was caring for
um,
others, and I was just like, "It's okay, I can deal with this," and, so I had to almost put it on hold and be caring of others through it all, which in a way probably helped, because it distracted me from it, and as soon as I got home, it was like, "Oh my God." So yeah, it was being, in that space where you're caring for other people and having to be present. It really did help with the pain. So you're spot on with that.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, that's awesome. Another thing that we can do also, and this is about optimizing the wake up, is seeing the beauty in everything. So, is this something you practice, Marie?
I think Kylie and I do a lot of work together, and it's almost like everything's perfect. It doesn't matter. No, we might judge it and go, "Oh," and then it's perfect, and it's like being able to see it from that perspective, and that can take. I have to sometimes stop myself and go, Maree, this is all negative rubbish, and then breathe and just step into somewhere different, and it just changes everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah. So always sending love to you first and push it out to others. Yeah, absolutely. And as seeing the beauty in everything that's out there. Look for it in nature. Surprise yourself with this newfound joy of seeing beauty everywhere. I mean, I love animals, birds, the sound of birds. Those things like really raise my vibration. Just really being grateful too for like having ears to hear it, and being grateful that I'm awake enough that I can realize that there's birds singing and that there's birds there as well. Because sometimes we're so caught up into what we're doing that we don't even hear them. We're just not even
Totally.
there. We're so in 3D in our heads that we don't even see it. We don't even hear it, right?
I love it. And nature to me is just the one that can be really, really manipulated by source or whatever to actually give us our messages or to show us love or to show us and remind us, of that vibration. I mean, one of my favorite things, it's crazy, but when I'm riding my bike, if there's a butterfly that's flying above me and I'm looking at the road or the path, and there's the actual shadow of the butterfly, to me, that is one of the most magical things. And it's looking for things. And I'm just going, what is that? I'm going, oh my God, that's a butterfly shadow. And then it would be with me that for ages above me while I'm riding my bike.
Wow.
So these
Wow.
sort of little things just bring this joy and which raises vibration. So yeah, it's simple things. So you're spot on with that nature, Elisa.
Yeah,
I
simple
just want to know
things.
about others. Yeah, what does everyone else find helps them to sort of, see that?
Absolutely.
Mm,
Absolutely. The when in the morning when I go and look at the sunrise, and I love watching the light in the water. Like what is the light doing in the water? Like when the waves are going up and you can see the light through the wave. That's my one of my most favorite things is just to see that. And then of course the birds, the pelicans passing by, or the other birds that are here now because it's cold up north. So we get to
mm,
see all these other birds that usually we don't see. So I just, noticing the things you don't usually notice, if you're busy at the
yeah.
beach, there's other things you can notice that are might not notice if you're just kind of in your head.
That's so
So,
true. And
yeah.
it's interesting because I had eye surgery when I was very young and that created cataracts. And so I had to have cataract surgery when I was in my 40s. I didn't realize for how long I'd been putting up with this because you lose color, you lose shape, you lose all sorts of things through these cataracts. Once I'd had this amazing surgery, I remember I got up, I lived right on the beach. I got up and went for a walk really early the next morning. And I came back and I was just in tears. And my friend that I was sharing with said, "What's going on?" I went, "Oh my God, the colors of the sun as it comes through the water is just like nothing." It was like my brain had forgotten how spectacular it was. And so that has been something that's always stuck with me as well, is that just the beauty of just basic ocean color, sun, amazing. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And Dennis was saying, just like our higher selves, always there if you're paying attention. And that's such a good point, too, Dennis. Because when you really sit and you start getting into that mode of just being in the moment, it's a lot easier to hear your higher self. It's a lot easier to ask questions. It's a lot easier. Usually, when I've gotten the big hits of information, it's been when I am just really in the moment, just nothing in my mind, but either walking or driving or in the shower or whatever. Like it's so true. It's when we're just in being in the moment. And that's huge because that's what we want. We want to be always connected to our higher self and getting those messages. So I think that's huge. So thank you for bringing that up for sure, Dennis. And Kathleen is saying for her, it's clouds,
mm,
shapes in the clouds, and birds are favorite too. So yeah, I bring this up just to be funny, but when I'm on shrooms, I call it the cloud show because when you're on the at least on the golden teacher and you look up to the sky, they use the clouds to create like shapes, and it's not like the shapes you see with your regular eye. It's really detailed shapes of stuff. And you're like, oh my God, look at that, and it's just wow, just wow. So I call it the cloud show. Is one of my most favorite things to do when I've taken mushrooms. It's just the best. It's just to sit there and just look at the clouds changing into different patterns, and it's just like the coolest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so the next one is gratitude and presence. Oh my God, that's probably for me, that's one of the biggest. Like, it's so big for me, the gratitude one. It really puts me into that space of pure, of just of really connecting with the divine and just saying like, look at what you've created. Look at what you've created. This is mastery. Like, thank you. Thank you for for because remember, everything has been created for you. Everything has been created for you to have an experience. And it's about being grateful for whatever experience you're having. And it doesn't matter good or bad, because good or bad is a judgment. So once you go into 5D, there's no duality, there's no good or bad. And we know and understand that this is supposed to be here. And the acceptance of it will make it even more palatable if it's something that you don't desire, right?
Totally. It's so interesting. I remember once I'd been really stuck. My heart chakra was really closed. It was only it was about 3 or 4 years ago. And I remember I was driving sort of down to the beach and I was just going, oh, this just feels disgusting. How can I shift this? And I went and I got the message, Maree, go into your gratitude, grow into a huge gratitude thing. So I just started. I'm so grateful that I have hands to hold my steering wheel of my car. I'm so
Yep.
grateful. I'm
Yep.
so grateful for my windshield. And all I could focus on was these things, 3D things that were right in front of me. I kid you not, within 30 seconds, my heart chakra had opened. I was back to feeling amazing. But it took a message from my higher self to remind me to do that, because I was like going, I don't know what to do. We've got all these great tools, and it's so hard sometimes in the moment when we are feeling shut down, flat, depressed, whatever it is, to use them. But honestly, 30 seconds. And I was just like, oh, relief. This is amazing. So, it's the hardest time to use them is when we're in that position.
Yeah, I think to me, what I have found from experience, and of course, this is a preference, personal preference for everybody, is the gratitude is what gets me out when I can't use anything else that I can't get out of. It's gratitude that really takes me out. It's the one that really saves me and that saves the day. And let's see, Jillian was saying sometimes I find it as easy as sitting still.
Mhm.
Sitting still. I sit on my front porch and look at the lemon tree. There are a lot of critters living and doing life under the lemon tree. Absolutely. I'll sit on my couch, seriously. Sometimes I'll zone out and looking at the birds and the trees. And I have a feeder that I put bird feed, but the squirrels come and eat it. So I just love watching the squirrels and the birds, and the pigeons are bullies because they come in there and they sit on the food so nobody can get to it, and just it's just all the things that I've learned so much just from watching, just from looking, just from paying attention, just from being in the now moment.
Oh, that's fun.
It's so magical to move into that space of the now moment sometimes.
Mhm.
It really is. It's just magic. um Let's see. So Dennis was saying, project your love outwardly, and you'll see it others' faces and actions. There's a lot of that you'll never see or know. Also, yeah, for sure. And something that keeps coming up for me to say is that ever since I've been loving myself so much that I'm seeing the outside love me more.
Mhm.
And it's been just such a beautiful journey because as I'm seeing everybody love me so much, it's like, oh my God, I really love myself now. Like, like it's like I'm paying attention and I see it and it's just amazing. Whatever you want to see on your outside, you gotta do it on the inside. You have to. This is how you change the outside.
I
Yeah.
think that's a really important reminder, Elisa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. You want to see kind people, you have to be kind. You have to, you want to see people prosper, you have to really give out. You have to share what you have, even if it doesn't matter what it is. It's that, like, okay, I want universe, give me more so I can share more. I'm
Mm.
sharing what I got. I'm sharing as much as I possibly can. Give me more so I can share more. So it's all about what are you doing on the inside, and then it reflects on the outside. So let's see. If my mind loops, I hum as your brain can't think and hum together. Yes, I've started humming. I've started humming. I didn't used to, but now I do. What about you, Maree? Are you a hummer?
I've started humming too, and I think it's because of Kylie. And I was also reading that humming can actually shift if you get blocked, sinuses or anything in here. Humming can actually help to shift the vibration. Literally just doing it even 3 times a day for a minute or two can really help to heal the vibration. Our own vibration heals. So I've been humming.
I love it. Uh, let's see. And then Dennis, I miss them. They would get on my lap at my last home. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Um, okay. So gratitude and presence. And let's see what else she has here. And that's what I was saying. That's why I wanted to talk about the book, because I feel like she doesn't have anything else on that specific part.
Mm.
That's why I wanted to talk about this, because I feel like we can expand on, something else that really brings you up is music.
Oh gosh, yes,
Music. Yeah.
absolutely.
You know,
Movement, music, yeah,
Yes. So I was sitting on the couch with this cold that wanted to come in, and I had chills, and my throat was feeling funky, and I'm like, oh hell no! I'm like, I'm gonna hit you up with some baking soda and manuka honey, and so luckily I stopped it on time. The next day I was fine, but I have this, like sinus, like a lot of mucus and stuff, and I was sitting on the couch when I was feeling bad. And I saw the video I posted on the Telegram chat, which was it was so empowering. It was did you see that video I posted? If you haven't, it's humongous. I on the chat, on the Telegram chat, I posted
yeah.
that, um let's see, I put that, um
Have a look.
I said, probably the most powerful video I have seen about manifesting in this reality. So, what they talk about is they explain about feeling an emotion, but in a scientific manner. So,
No, I haven't watched that. Oh, because it just went up on the 21st. Yeah, I'll have to have a
yeah,
look at that.
yes. So, if you guys haven't seen it, I highly, highly recommend that you see this, because it really puts emotions and feelings into more of a frequency. Yeah.
That one. Yeah, nice.
And it talks, so it's more, you get to see it more from like a simulation design standpoint, instead of like being in it with the emotion, you kind of see it over here. And it really, so that watching that got me in such a good mood, because I finally understand what I need to do. And that is at the end of the video, it says, why can't you combine two frequencies and just output those two frequencies constantly, which is abundance and appreciation for what's to come. So you're combining two frequencies together. And I had been doing that, but I forgot about it. And it's
Mm.
this thing where reminders have to come in. Anyway, I stand up and I put my music, my jam music from uh, a friend that's a DJ that it's like house music where it's like a boom, 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 like a lot of, you just want to dance. So I put that music on and I'm dancing around my house sick, like who's sick? I'm not sick, and I'm just dancing and just having such a good time. And my vibe went from sitting on the couch sick, just like miserable, to like dancing and happy and joyful and just high frequency, just from, well, the video had a lot to do with it, but the music also.
Yeah,
So,
and the movement, because when we're sick, it's like our body going, right, we've got to release some stuff and whatever, and so that movement helps that flow as well of the of releasing. So it's
yeah,
perfect. Well,
yeah, 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 absolutely, absolutely. Um, Music. What else? Oh, smells also. There could be some smells like rose oil or any smell that you really prefer. That
yeah,
also is going to raise your vibration as well. Or a pet, an animal, if you have a cat or a dog, or watching pet videos, funny pet videos. Oh my God, those will do it. Those will
I agree.
definitely, yeah, for sure.
That's one thing I think we always, between us friends here, we always send the funniest pet videos. They're so cute.
See, yoga tummy movement chanting helps. Yes. Um, Connects the mind to the body. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Um, Bringing yourself to the now moment. I mean, that's another way that you can snap out of a funky down vibration day, is bringing yourself back to the now moment where you're not thinking about like the sickness, or you're not thinking about what sucks in your life, like, that's another way, is like disconnect from this feed, get back to center, so then you can connect to the positive feed, right?
yeah.
So,
Dennis,
um,
funny cows. I'm going to do that, Dennis, looking up funny cows. I
yeah, absolutely. Funny
don't know
cows,
if they
funny
do it
cats,
in the
funny
US, but
dogs.
in Australia, because we grew up in farming area, they used to do this thing called cow tipping. I don't know if any,
Yeah,
I don't
here
know.
they used to do that too. Yeah,
Oh, just like, but yeah, not good fun for the cow, but
right.
crazy.
What
So,
else? What else were you that you can think of that brings you into a higher
mm.
vibration?
I find when I'm sharing my wisdom and knowledge, because I've got a few years of wisdom now. And so when I've got someone, like especially teenagers, because I help to care for them as well within my job, and I love imparting. One of them wants to cook, so I gave her my secret sponge cake recipe, and I'm going to give her my secret pavlova recipe. The joy she got from it, and I said, come and look at this, watch this thing evolve, in the mixing bowl. And her eyes were just huge, because she'd never seen what happened with a sponge cake when you're actually putting it together. And yeah, so to me, that just brings me so much joy, is actually being able to help others to learn skills, and to feel empowered. So that always lifts me up.
Oh, that's beautiful. How about you guys on the chat? What do you do to lift your spirits? What do you do to get out of the funk, out of the, um, just not being in the right place and the right mindset? What do you do? Um,
You do, Elisa. What's your favorite go-to?
um, Being thankful,
Mm,
really, because it's so easy. Usually I go back to the basics, like, thank you, I can breathe, like
yeah.
literally. Because
I
I
woke
think
up
of
this
people
morning. Thank you.
that people that have asthma,
I
and
know.
I'm just like, that must be horrific to not be able to. And sometimes, when you I get spit on the wrong side of the throat and I get completely closed. Like I try to breathe and there's nothing coming in. And and ever since that, the first time that happened to me, now I'm like, thank you, I can breathe. Thank you, I can breathe. Thank you. Because every time that spit goes in the wrong place, and I'm like, like my body just shuts down. I don't know why, but it
It's called
does.
I do know why. It's called laryngeal spasm, and some people have a very sensitive glottis and laryngeal like area, and that happens to me. So once it started, the first time it happened, I was having chocolate and it went down the wrong way. I thought I was going to die. I couldn't get any air in and out. I
Yeah.
couldn't obviously talk on my phone. I went, I haven't got enough time to run next door. So I just laid down on my carpet and went, okay, if I'm going to die, I die here. That was it. I knew, and the next minute I went, I can get a tiny bit in, because so it settles. Once you relax, it actually
Yes.
settles. It
But
took
it's
me a
very
good
little coming
20
in, very little. It's like just
and
like
out.
your hair.
I
And
just
you're
went,
like,
okay, I'm going to die on my carpet. Yeah,
oh, oh,
terrific. So
that's horrible.
yeah, I agree. It's to be grateful for pure breath is amazing. I love that.
Yeah. And the other thing too, I used to have a lot of UTIs. So that's the second thing I say. Thank you. I go to the bathroom without pain. That's the first two things I
Yeah,
think of every time.
I love that.
Just basic things that we take for granted.
Yeah,
It's just
I love
incredible.
it.
So here we have some really good ones. Dennis, he cooks to make
Yeah.
himself feel better, and that's a great one. Um, Oh, did I get it? No, the
No.
next one. Here we go.
Yeah.
Going in nature supports me. Yes, that's a huge one to raise the vibration. Enjoying a nice cup of coffee. I have this new, I don't drink coffee anymore because once I got rid of my anxiety meds, the coffee like just gives me the shakes. So I don't do it anymore. But there's this new mix of cacao with spirulina and chlorella and these other superfoods. Oh my God. I put some coconut milk and some maple syrup. Ah. So, yes, that will raise my vibe immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
Immediately, for sure. For
And it's
sure.
the association as well with that comfort of it too, isn't it? So that warm drink, and it doesn't matter if it's coffee, but when you've got
Yes.
all the extra high vibe sort of aspects to it, like you were just talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. Um, Grounding and also cacao
yeah,
opens your heart as well. So, um, let's see. Strong exhales if I can't scream, but screaming is, the breath. Thank you for bringing this up. Embrace your journey. I loved the name too. Um, Breathing. Oh my gosh, that will reset you. Absolutely, that will reset you. If you do the, breathing in for 8, hold for 8, let go for 8, that brings you to the now moment immediately. And it definitely will shift you for sure.
yeah.
For sure.
Like that box breathing. It's yeah. I know. Carly's been talking about that for ages, but I was reading about it as well, and I went, oh, yeah, it's just simple. Or doing this sort of breathing, your alternate breathing as well.
Thank you. You just brought something up that I didn't think about it. EFT. You did it subconsciously, but EFT is another good
Yeah,
way to get yourself out of
yeah.
out of
Tapping.
whatever funk you're in as well. Yep,
Yeah,
tapping.
just simple tapping.
And
And
talking about it, you're like, okay, I am anxious. I am anxious. I am anxious. I'm anxious because blah blah blah. I'm blah blah
yeah,
blah blah blah. And so talking about it releases that too, that funk, the funk out of whatever's happening. Um, yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Kylie says, shaking the whole body, arms, legs vigorously. Oh, that's interesting. I've never heard of this one before. That's a new one.
yeah.
Very interesting.
Well,
Um,
they talk about the TRE, which is the shaking to release fear. I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's part of when I did network spinal care. And children do it naturally. They were saying when there's wars on, if everyone's down in the bunkers and whatever, the children would just shake uncontrollably, and then they wouldn't be as impacted from it afterwards. Whereas the adults, of course, hold themselves, strong, and so the children just subconsciously were doing the right thing by shaking it out of their body. It's called
Wow.
TRE. Yeah, it's a known release of fear and suppressed emotions and things.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Very good. All right. Well, I don't see any others. I think we did pretty good with our list here today. I hope some of that helps you because guys, we have to stay high vibing. This is the time we came to Earth to shine our light. And it's really important that we don't get caught in what's happening outside of us. And just remember, your outside is what your inside. So if there's a lot of chaos on your outside, then come inside and go like, what's chaotic about me? Where do I need to, you know, go
Yeah.
within and see where I can find peace within me, more peace. So yeah, Marie, do you have anything else?
No, just keep loving yourself, and if there's any head judgments in your head about yourself, just go no thanks and drop into your heart. It's honestly, I think that helps more than anything in life. But yeah, you're all really loved here. Just know that.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you, Dennis, for your beautiful words. We love you too. And thank you, everybody. Stay high vibing tomorrow. I'm excited to interview Tyler and Aaron on the Australia Dreaming the New Dream show on Radio FM 88. So excited to have them on the show. And then next week, I have Lily Nova to be on the show as well. So I'm really so excited about the next two shows that are coming up. I hope you guys come and hang out with us tomorrow night at the same time because they are amazing. And yeah, so anyway, we love you guys. And don't forget about Maree's show on Sunday. And we'll see you soon. Have a beautiful week.